rituals. Then you kill people, then you set the village on fire and burn everything. Such killing, burning and robbing was seen everywhere.
Japanese soldiers didn't just burn the Chinese, they used them for bayonet practice. One Japanese soldier ordered on several occasions to bayonet Chinese prisoners was Yoshio Tsuchiya.
The first time, you still have a conscience and feel bad. But if you are labelled as courageous and honoured and given merit, and if you're praised as having this courage, that will be the driving power for the second time. And so after the second time, I didn't feel anything. If I thought of them as human beings, I could never have done it. But because I thought of them as animals or below human beings, we did it.
Just as in the city of Nanking, the women and children in the countryside were also at risk.
When soldiers went into the village and entered the houses, they first searched for any valuables to take. Then they searched for women. My comrade by chance found a woman in her 30s and captured her. Then a group rape took place. She had a baby with her. Normally when group rape happened, the victims were killed. But this time she was not killed and was carried to the next base camp. Then she was taken with her baby on the march the next day. I heard older soldiers whispering to each other, asking, "What should we do?" as the woman was getting weaker. Suddenly one of them stood up and grabbed her baby and threw it over a cliff, which was 30 to 40 meters high. Then instantly the mother of the baby followed, jumping off the cliff. We were on a break, and when I saw what was happening in front of me, I thought what a horrible thing to do. I felt sorry for them for a while, but I had to carry on marching.
No one will ever know exactly how many suffered during the Japanese attempt to create an empire in China. But there can be no doubt that many millions of Chinese died. Few of the Japanese soldiers in China who committed rape or murder were ever prosecuted for their crimes by the Japanese military. But after the war, some Japanese soldiers, like Masayo Enomoto, were imprisoned for war crimes by the Chinese.
During the war, there were many times when you raped and killed women. Didn't you feel guilty about what you were doing?
I didn't feel any sense of guilt then.
Why? Why didn't you have any sense of guilt or shame?
Because I was fighting for the emperor. He was a god. In the name of the emperor, we could do whatever we wanted against the Chinese. Therefore, I had no sense of guilt.
The Japanese soldier's supreme commander, the God Emperor of Japan, spent most of his time secluded behind the walls of his palace in Tokyo. Even today, opinion is divided among historians as to the extent to which Emperor Hirohito knew about the barbaric crimes his soldiers were committing in China. Not only are many documents within the imperial and other archives still kept secret, but thousands more were burnt by the Japanese before the Americans arrived to occupy their country at the end of the war. What is certain is that no evidence has surfaced that Emperor Hirohito, as supreme commander of the Japanese army, ever attempted to hold his soldiers properly to account for their conduct in China. Just across the border from the vicious war the Japanese were conducting in China lay the British colony of Hong Kong. By comparison, an oasis of calm.
It was a good little colony, a last outpost of the British Empire, and of course it was in the last days of the British Empire, as it so happened. Our lives there were really very happy. It was a marvellous place for entertainment, where there were always dances going on, formal dances were being arranged, great parties,